So here we go. This is the last match of the round of 16. It is the Ultimate Pool USA debut of Skyler Woodward playing the Silver Sniper, Craig Waddingham. And Skyler's going to start off with a good break, and it looks like, I think the stripes are good here.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he just has to get on that 13 ball table there to play the upper, I guess, left-hand corner if you're looking at the...
Yeah, so bottom right for the 13, or even maybe the left side pocket.
Yeah.
If he ended up down there, I think he'd be happy taking the 9 ball and using that for the 13. But
yeah, I mean, as far as United States 8-ball goes, Sky doesn't get he's the top of the top when you're talking about bar box pool. So I think that it's cool to have him at the event and see how he likes it.
Like a year and a half ago, the person I said that I thought would be really, really good at this format was Skyler Woodward. And that's, I'm not saying, that's going to be a lot of people's opinions, but I'm happy to finally see him coming here to compete and see kind of how things go. This ended up a little bit wonky.
Yeah. The speed of the table, I think, got him a little bit there.
I wonder if he can play this 13 ball off that solid, try and send it to the bottom right anyways. Oh, he's going to curve around. Oh,
wow.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. See if Craig has any issues here.
Yeah, look at this. He wasn't off by much. He just caught it a little straight.
Looks like Craig's okay. I mean, the only issue he has, it looks like, is that 3 ball. He has just get on the other side of it. So it looks like he's going to play for the 1 to get on the other side there, spin it around, so he can play it into the same corner. He's trying it now. Okay. He tried to spin it around.
Yeah, he might even use he might have used the 5 ball, but he may still. I don't know. This is tough.
I mean, he could probably play the 2. Is he going to play the 1? He's going to play the 2 and spin around. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. Just
Nice
like
shot.
you called it.
Nice shot.
You played your first match in the Open.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. It was first time doing it. The 8 on the spot is just it's a completely different game. I was trying to figure out whether the second ball break or the head ball break was the way to go, and watching all these guys, like you said, especially the ones who play this professionally overseas, they seem to go for that head ball break a lot. So
yeah, you'll see the side ball break way more often in this format because the shootout is a totally different.
right.
It's a totally different format in the sense of a couple things. This is a spectator event. The shootout is. So we add some spectator-friendly rules like the golden break, like the golden duck, the shortened match clock. All of that we've added in to try and just boost the extra drama. As Craig takes down this first rack against Sky Woodward, win 2 matches, and the other person wins 2 matches, but they win 6-5. You're taking that first spot. Oh,
that's brutal.
Almost made the A ball too. That could have been bad. But yeah, so the racks, wins, and losses does mean a little bit. So obviously, if you get first in your bracket, you're going to get a slight advantage, as far as I'm aware.
Now, for everybody who's watching this for the first time, unlike in American 8-ball, the ball's in the kitchen, but you can shoot balls that are behind.
Correct.
The line.
So he can put that ball anywhere he wants. If he wants to shoot the 4-7 combo right now, he can.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's what he's just asking the referee.
Yeah, I like that too. I mean, the opponent scratches, they should be punished for that scratch. Yeah. And if something's lined up down there, you should be able to do it.
Yeah. Another rule that I like that we don't see too often. So obviously a scratch on the break is bad. You're going to get ball in hand. It's still in the kitchen. If you throw the cue ball off the table on the break, it's ball in hand anywhere.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Extra little punishment there for throwing the ball
good.
off the table.
I like that. This should be easy work for Sky. And this is big because just like, you know, in tennis, you know, you got to hold your serve. And, you know, Sky lost his serve and he's trying to get it back. And then the clock comes into play later on, right? That's the fun part.
Yep, that is it. And you'll hear us talk about that clock quite a bit. The first rack was not incredibly long. Standard 30-second shot clock racks are going about 3 to 4 minutes apiece. And once we get down to that 15-second shot clock and it's forcing everybody to speed up a little bit, we're seeing right around 2.5 minute racks. Just to give you an idea of where you could end up here. You see we're about to be 2 racks in and just over 5.5 minutes gone. And this is the coolest thing I've seen in my era of working in pool is these events are filling up so quick, and every event is filling up to an extent. This is a rough break.
He went dead center of the table, head ball, and just glanced off that 3 a little bit. 2 hits him right in the hole. That was a great break too.
Yeah, it really was. Craig's going to get an opportunity to just go to work here.
Yep. Looks like what, stripes? Looking at the stripes here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you could really go either way, I think.
Oh, he's going to go side.
Yeah.
I guess all he has to do is combo the 6. Yeah, okay. Let's see.
And I kind of like this because he automatically has his out ball with the 7.
Right.
He is going to have to move around the table a little bit to get to the 8 ball because it doesn't go in the bottom right. But it shouldn't bother any.
Yeah, and he could play it in the side pocket too. These side pockets are pretty big.
Yeah, and it's no secret. We tell people all the time we're not trying to play with 3 7/8 pockets or anything like that. They are going to be bigger than your standard tight pockets, but they are missable. We've seen players miss quite a bit.
Now, this is interesting. Got to try to get some angle. It's pretty straight.
I'm wondering if he can roll through and hit the gap, or if he's going to try and yank it back just a little bit. Got to be careful on this. It's not as straightforward as it looks.
Yeah, I did notice in my first match, anything you hit with pace could easily rattle out of the pocket.
Uh-oh.
He's behind the ball.
Yeah, this is unfortunate here.
And no jump cues, right?
Yeah, no jump cues in this format. No jumping period, actually.
I like that too.
Yeah, if the cue ball travels on a path where it would have hit a ball if it was on the table, it's going to be a foul.
Well, got the hit.
Hit good.
Yeah. I think he left him the out there.
Even if he didn't, he's got a wall of balls where he can play a little safe and move something into a better position if he needed to. I don't think he needs to, though. One thing we're working on with Brunswick is getting that slope on the side of the table to be adjusted to where it's not so steep. As I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who will make wagers on how many times a piece of chalk hits the floor. Brunswick's been great, though. They made this table for us. We're getting hopefully our own version of it soon, and everything that they've done with the table, they've given us endless ability to make feedback on.
It's a good looking
we
table.
don't like this. We would prefer it if it was this, and they're willing to do it. So huge shout out to Brunswick.
travels a little more on these tables.
And it's slick, so you don't always get the punch off the rail. Like that one right there. He got a little fortunate, but the punch off the rail was a little different than he expected. Oh, and there it is.
All right, 2-1.
Have a total of 11 racks. We're at a good pace here. If somebody were to run away with it, then obviously the time won't come into play. But as it stands right now, there's a pretty decent chance that we're definitely going to get into that 15-second shot clock, and maybe even worse, have the match clock be a little bit of a decider. So.
Yeah. And that starts with 15 minutes, right? The 15 seconds?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10-minute mark.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the tension in the entire building, in the arena, when that bell goes off, everybody runs to the TV table if they're not there already.
I told you about that.
Yeah.
Mind you, that I forget what the movie was, but when it was an old school horror movie that had this village. I think it was something village or something, but
it was the
you
bell.
You know
right?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The bell rings and everyone had to go in their homes
Yeah.
to stay safe. That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened when Lucas and Joe got in the shootout. The bell rang and everybody ran to the table to watch.
Yeah.
And to be a player in the shootout, seeing the numbers, how big the numbers are right in front of your face as you're trying to run these balls out.
Yeah,
really
guys,
cool.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you've never done a 6-ball shootout, if you got a table available, if you go to your local pool hall and just bust out 6 balls, rack them up, put that back ball on the spot, and just time yourself.
We're doing that when I get back to Gallery in Newburgh, New York.
You guys have a couple league operators in Manhattan and Queens for Ultimate Pool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's not close to you, so I don't know if there's
It's like an hour and 20 from
Okay. I don't know if there's anybody in your area.
Not yet.
Well, if you know anybody.
It's very possible, especially, like I said, the way this goes, the way the format is. And I think a lot of things, especially with tournament play and all that, is timing. And everything is set up good for timing. Like, everybody plays when they're supposed to play. There's no, you're waiting, 3 or 4 hours in between matches waiting for people.
You have a schedule.
Yes.
And that's the great thing about the league format, because the league format is slightly different than this format. There are no races. It's just a 30-minute match timer. So
Right.
if your team captain says, hey, I'm going to put you up next, and you know that when you walk away there's 25 minutes.
All right, head ball break again, right from the center of the table.
You got to just avoid the kisses, and he did, and he made a ball.
Ball, and it looks okay.
Yeah, the one issue I'm seeing is maybe the 1-9 down at the bottom of the table, if you're going to take the solids. And then obviously if your stripes, it's a little bit more open.
Yeah, he's taking the stripes.
Yeah, he's going to get that 9 ball out right now, get it out of the way, and then just work from one end of the table.
Yeah, he looks like the favorite to get out here.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd bet against him here.
Now, I heard Justin Bergman, when he played Dell, he had 2 8 on the breaks during their match.
So, and I'll preface this a little bit. There's a video of one of our league operators being asked by our social media guy, who has the best break, who has this, who has that. And when it came to the best break question, she said Justin Bergman. Now, if you're a pool fan, you know that Justin's almost notorious for not having a great break.
Right.
However, in this format, he has 6 golden breaks.
That's crazy.
So the reason she said that, she was actually playing in our mixed pairs event, and Justin hit her both twice, I think, with 8 on the breaks.
Wow.
So that's why she gave that answer, because in this format, he does have a great 8 on the snap break. Skyler Woodward there, taking it, making it 3-2 And we're just over halfway through this match. And I think he's found his sweet spot with what he's using. And I think it's helping him a little bit. I think having an American-sized tip, an American cue, is helping him a little bit. This break is...
Yeah, this looks like stripes.
Yeah. I would definitely wouldn't want to take the solids.
Yeah. Almost looks like the old Corey Duel videos when he would break 8-ball and had all the solids or stripes tied up and his balls are wide open.
Yeah.
He was good at racking the balls. Has he played? He's played in one of these, right?
So he played in the Louisiana Open, the very first event.
Okay.
And he actually lost in a 6-ball shootout to Shane Thompson.
Wow.
In the shootout event. And then he also lost to Shane Thompson in the Open event. So he got kind of a tough draw back in the Louisiana Open day. We were doing double elimination with him. It drops down to single at the final 32.
Okay.
So he lost, grinds back to make the final 32, gets the redraw, and he pulls Shane Thompson, who beat him 2 days earlier in the shootout. So, and then Shane beat him there too. So tough draw for Corey.
Got a nice little bump there. I don't see any troubles with the rest of this rack. He just has to keep angle to get down to it for the 9-ball.
Yeah, there's not much issue here. Craig looking pretty good.
A little bit. Wow. I'm sure he wanted to get better on that 8-ball.
Well, that right there was a good break and run.
Be breaking both from the same spot.
Skyler's real smart about if he sees somebody doing something and it's working, he's probably going to do it too.
That 8-ball got very close to that side pocket.
Cue ball did too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, it was close. And the first, I don't think you were here yet, but the first match of the day.
Yeah, that 8-ball was going right in if the 5 wasn't there.
Yeah. First match of the day, SVB and Tom Jones. Tom from the UK.
I did see that when I got here. I saw that.
To lose the match, he makes the golden duck.
Yeah.
Just so absolutely brutal there.
This definitely looks doable for sure. And that 8-ball, even though it's close to the side, it still goes in. So he's got that.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay here.
And players are given how many extensions?
Just one a rack.
One rack.
And they're 15 seconds per extension.
Gotcha.
And that includes when we drop down to the 15-second shot clock.
See, I'm learning with everybody here. This is my first experience, so we'll get the rules down pat eventually.
The funny thing is when people sometimes first hear about the format, they say, "Oh, the rules are so funny." Guys, let me tell you, this is. That's not what he wanted. This is 85% standard 8-ball. There's about, I'd say, 15% mixture of like the UK 8-ball rules, so no jump shots, stuff like that. And then there's a small,
don't have to mark your pocket.
small portion that I liken to snooker, and that would be like your touching ball situations. But again, 85% standard 8-ball. If you've played 8-ball, you've played the same game that these guys are playing. Just a few rule differences, and when you learn them and you realize why they're there, it makes you understand that we're not trying to change the game. We're trying to just speed it up and keep it exciting. And it's worked.
Looks like after this round, we might be going to that 15-second shot clock.
Yeah, I agree. Oh.
Wow.
Well, he's a banker, but I don't think he's banking this one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
We might. And this is tough for Skyler because if he does happen to make this and he gets funny, he's only going to have a 15-second shot clock to shoot the 8-ball.
Right.
So it's going to hit him all at once.
He's going to play safe here. Oh, he's kicking at it.
15 seconds, shot clock now in play.
It just
Oh, my
blocked the
goodness.
pocket of the 4-ball.
I think there's
is hanging,
I think there's just enough room where he could squeeze the 4-ball past it.
Yeah, he's going to play the 4 now. I tell you, there's real trouble for Sky now with the time and the fact that this was his break, and now Craig now breaks serve and breaks to go up 5-3. It's tough.
Yeah, he's going to have to hope for a Craig Waddingham break mistake. These guys are, well, all the UK guys are very, very good at just shooting the ball in. They try to keep it as simple as possible.
And I think Craig is, using as much of the shot clock as possible because he knows, the time left in the match and him getting up one game is very important.
Yeah, so he's probably not thinking about it just yet, but give it about 3.5, 4 minutes. Depending on what the scoreline is, that'll be definitely something that's in his head. He makes a ball. There's a small issue with the stripes down low. If he's got a shot at a solid,
Even the solid is, the 3 and the 14 up there.
and the 3-ball just doesn't have a pocket because of where the 10-ball is. So I like this play going with the stripes. Just going to have to contend with the 14.
Yep. Yeah, because it's even the 10's taking away the 14 from the bottom right, so he's going to go take the 10 now, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe draw back. Yeah.
Oh, he wants to take care of this 13 first.
Yeah.
He's going to work his way around after that.
Then he's going to take the 11 ball. Maybe not.
He could take the 9 if he wanted.
Yeah.
I think he's going to take the 11, play the 9.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, so if he just stops this ball, he'll leave himself the angle to just kind of come off that bottom rail to the side rail and have a straightened shot on the 14. Skyler Woodward probably going to be under the gun on his next break, barring a mistake. Craig Waddingham looks to go up to the hill. I like this. Just play and push through the 3-ball. Don't have to play it super hard. And there it is.
5-3.
Yep, on the hill, 6 minutes, just about 6.5 minutes left. 8-ball in the side pocket. Do we get it?
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Did the ball drop?
He must
The
have.
12,
He's
the
going
12
to the
dropped, yeah. I saw it hanging on the edge there, so it did drop, so that's good.
And you got to take the solids here.
Yep.
Just because of where that tin ball is.
That's the second time he had the 8 going right for that pocket, too.
And this is where Skyler's going to go into a little bit of turbo mode. It's not really turbo mode for him. A lot of players, once you get to this 15-second shot clock, you're going to hear those beeps quite a bit. I don't think you're ever going to have to worry about hearing them a whole lot with Skyler.
It's amazing how easy, he makes it look.
Yeah. It's almost infuriating, isn't it?
Right. But, I mean, it is his job, so, you're good at your job. You're supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
All right. 5-4. He's got to wait for it to stop. Nicely done.
And I think Skyler's a little bit worried about the time.
That was under 30. I think it was like 36 seconds that rack.
Yeah, we're going to have to check that one because
Yeah,
that was
good. Balls are down.
Makes a couple balls. Oh man.
Well, that's I mean,
you got options here, and
I don't believe in commentators' curse, but I think that's a wrap. I mean,
yeah, with a break like that,
that was pretty spectacular.
the only tough shot he's going to have is the 7 ball, and you can't even. I feel wrong for even saying it's tough.
That's right. He has this extension.
and so that's the smart part here is what Craig just did is he took his extension and he's slowing down because he knows he doesn't have to rush.
Right.
Don't rush when you don't have to.
It's like he got a little straight on this ball. Yep. Draw it.
Uh-oh. Well, he's still got the 7 if he doesn't have the 3 ball. So it shouldn't really be an issue.
I think you got to take the 7 here first. No.
Yeah, crazy things have happened. Time running down.
Oh,
what
wow.
just happened?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, you said you didn't believe.
Wow. I guess, yeah. Sorry about that, Craig.
Skyler Woodward at the table with just a few minutes left in the match. He's got an opportunity to tie it up. So I can say pretty confidently with the speed that Skyler's going to run this out, assuming he does, I can say pretty confident I don't think we're in for a 6-ball shootout unless the break is just super, super messy.
Well, I know a couple people would be happy if Sky wins the match. But I mean, what was Craig thinking? I get the clock was running down, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he just mishit it. And that's something that can happen when you put the time clock and the shot clock in there, is it can just put you in a silly situation sometimes.
Because I didn't think the bank was available.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, and I think maybe he just had a little bit of a mishap either in queuing.
All right, let's see what happens.
Ashley is my favorite.
No.
Oh man,
Another kissing. Brutal.
well,
Wow.
I'm not sure you're going to curse him here.
No.
This is
I won't
really
say
open.
anything, but man, two scratches on the break for Skyler in this match, in a race to 6 alternating break is
Yeah,
detrimental.
the table's slick. The balls are racked a little higher than Sky's used to.
Right.
He's not sure just yet what the correct break is. So it's understandable, but to have it happen twice in a match where you've been making a comeback at this point, it's really rough.
Yeah.
But to Craig's benefit, other than the bank shot that he didn't realize wouldn't go, he's played jam up.
Oh yeah. You got straight on this ball too.
Yeah, you asked me earlier if if y'all would consider it a upset. I don't think it's an upset. I think two really good players played, and one of them won.
Right.
And that one is going to be Mr. Craig Waddingham. Congratulations to him. Sky Woodward, a good showing, but came up just a little bit short.